The unknown can be frightening. It's like driving a car at night. You can only see as far as your headlights allow. Beyond that, the road is dark, unpredictable, and uncertain. It's the same with the future of AI. We are all in this car together, and the road we are on, it's as mysterious as it is thrilling. But should we be fearful or optimistic? Or maybe a bit of both? As we venture into the unknown, let's start by understanding what can go wrong with AI. The most common risk that you will hear from many sources is the so-called alignment problem. This refers to the risk associated with AI systems that behave in ways that its creators did not intend and do not want. This could happen if AI misunderstands its goals, if it finds a way to achieve its goal that wasn't anticipated by its creator, or if it evolves to pursue different goals altogether. It is only a matter of time until there is an AI system that is many times more intelligent than us. And so once we reach this level, it will look at us the same way humans we think of chimpanzees. AI will start to do things and pursue goals that we don't understand. And so at this point, it's likely that it can generate goals that it thinks are more beneficial and contradict with those we initially set for it. And what happens if its goals do not fully align with ours? Well, humans can end up being collateral damage to a bigger goal that AI wants to pursue. At this point, some people may think that what I'm trying to say is that AI will become malevolent and try to kill us, but that is not the case. An example from Elon Musk that I like using is the one about humans and ants. We don't hate or want to kill ants, but if we are building a new road and an anthill happens to be in the way, the anthill will become collateral damage to our bigger goal of building a road. Now, for me, a more likely negative scenario is where the problem is not AI, but actually humans in the age of AI. Imagine the power of AI in the hands of those with harmful intentions. We've all seen deepfakes, right? Imagine them getting even more convincing, being used to manipulate public opinion or to launch sophisticated misinformation campaigns. These are not just plot lines for sci-fi movies, but real challenges that will likely come before the existential threats as a result of AI misalignment. And finally, we need to consider the potential near-term negative societal impacts of AI. Picture a world where automation leads to mass job displacement. You've probably heard about automated factories and self-driving trucks. But what about AI that can create end-to-end marketing campaigns or develop full smartphone apps completely on its own? This is all around the corner and many jobs will be at risk, which is why we need to be ready to adapt and have a growth mindset to tackle the new challenges that are sure to come. And okay, at this point you're probably thinking, why are we even developing AI in the first place? Let's just stop developing AI altogether and avoid all these negative outcomes. But here's the real deal. Stopping AI is simply not possible for two reasons: trust and competition. We simply can't trust that if we stop developing AI, others will do the same. We worry that if they keep going while we stop, they'll end up with more advanced AI than us and use it to gain power. And others will try to gain power over us because of the inherent rivalry that exists between businesses as well as geopolitical tensions. But not everything is doom and gloom. In fact, while everything I described earlier I think is likely to happen, I also think there are other more positive outcomes that are even more likely to happen. Let's take a simple example. Have you ever used your smartphone's autocomplete to type a message? Now, imagine that on steroids. That's what ChatGPT 4 does. The difference is that we have trained it with such a vast amount of data that has become incredibly good at understanding language and creating new text, sometimes even better than us humans. And if you look at the rapid progress between ChatGPT 1 to the current ChatGPT 4, and you scale this progress to several years from now, I see a likely scenario where AI understands a wide variety of perspectives and experiences, leading to an AI that values peace and non-destructive action. An AI that chooses not to engage in harmful activities, even when not explicitly trained to do so. AI that calculates and understands long-term implications of its action much better than us, and make choices that prioritize life, peace, and sustainability. Our intelligence has helped us build incredible tools such as planes that allow us to travel across the world in a matter of hours instead of weeks or months. But our limited intelligence is what has prevented us from creating a more sustainable way of transport that can do the same but without destroying the planet. And so here's where AI could really help us solve problems that we, with our human limitations, cannot. In healthcare, AI could revolutionize diagnostics, creating personalized treatment plans based on complex patterns in patient data. Or picture tackling climate change, using vast data to predict climate trends and proposing sustainable solutions that we wouldn't have been able to come up with. Think about education, where AI personalizes learning to each student's needs, making education more effective. Or envision AI assisting policymakers by simulating outcomes of their decisions, leading to more informed and effective policies. As we stand on the brink of this future, the potential of AI to transform our world is truly mind-blowing. The sad reality of all of this is that, as I mentioned earlier, there is also a likelihood we get the negative scenarios I mentioned earlier. In fact, according to the report from Oxford University, 18% of prominent experts working in the field of artificial intelligence firmly believes AI will lead to an existential catastrophe. To put this into perspective, imagine there was an 18% chance of a meteorite hitting planet Earth. Wouldn't we want to mobilize all resources available to prevent it? Well, in the AI field, however, while billions have been invested in developing AI capabilities, the resources allocated to ensuring the safety of these systems are significantly less. And this is reflected in the huge gap between current AI capabilities and our understanding about AI safety, as well as the ability to align AI models. A very current and simple example was the launch of ChatGPT 3.5 last year in November, where OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, put significant resources before releasing ChatGPT to prevent it from doing things it wasn't intended to do. But just in a matter of days, users figured out how to prompt it in a way that would bypass all the safety training OpenAI implemented before its launch. I hope it's clear by now that while not everything is doom and gloom, there are chances for a catastrophic future, and that much more could be done to prevent this from materializing. But what can ordinary people like you and me do to help make sure we maximize the chances of these positive outcomes? Here are a few ways you can make a difference. First, stay informed and learn about AI. Understand its potentials and risks, as knowledge will empower your future decisions and conversations on the topic. Next, promote awareness. Share what you've learned from this video, but also from many other videos and even books. The more people understand AI, the more pressure there will be on companies and governments to address the issue at hand. But don't stop there, you can also be an ethical consumer. AI-powered products and services you use, they're all made by companies, but only some of them prioritize safety and ethics, and your choices matter. And finally, use your voice. Support political candidates who understand the importance of AI safety and ethics. And I want to emphasize that while I'm passionate about technology and have spent significant amounts of time learning about AI, I'm not the most expert in the field, but I believe this topic deserves attention for all the reasons we've discussed. So I'll continue to create more content around AI, both the challenges but also the amazing possibilities it offers. Now, I can't do this alone, and I need your help, so hit the subscribe button, share the video and engage in the comments. Let's navigate this journey together, because your active participation can make a difference. Greatly appreciate you watching the video all the way to the end, and catch you very soon in the next one.